Hello and welcome to the Edge Guide little breakout session. This is our engagement intervention. One thing that we've identified for many of our students is that they struggle to engage in school and persist through challenges while they're doing that. So we definitely wanted to address that with one of our interventions, and we chose the EduGuide program. We learned about EduGuide at the National Title I conference, and some of the research that was shared with us or has been shared with us from the EduGuide program that was implemented all over the country is that students report an increase in academic achievement, in self-motivation, and a feeling of being more prepared for school and increased enjoyment of school. So those are all things that we definitely want to look at with our students, and we thought that this program would help our students develop the quality of grit, which, if we're looking at our population, we know that 30% of our students are adult students, and most of those come to us behind a cohort. They're missing credits, often significantly. So they're going to have a lot of odds and obstacles that they will need to persist through, and that's something that we wanted to help them to develop. We implement the EduGuide program through our English courses. It's a part of their English first grade, but it's a pass-fail part. So as long as they're participating, they're getting 100% of that part of their grade. It's worth 15% of the English grade. There are two English instructors, myself and another instructor, who deploy the program, and we engage in dialogue with the students who are participating through one-to-one discussions. So a lot of the activities require students to post comments to questions, and you'll see that in a minute. And one other English instructor and I reply to those comments and engage in discussion with students. And that's another way that we help them to remain engaged in school. We know that if they have a relationship with one or more adults at the school that is positive, they're more likely to stay engaged and involved and attain credits. So that's one other feature of the EduGuide program that we like, is that it allows us to interact with students, and it's a low stakes interaction. We're not grading the quality of the interaction, we're just responding naturally and trying to engage them in a discussion. The activities are short and high interest, and the program is self-paced. So we really like that. It's completely online. One thing that's a little bit of a struggle for us, and this happens with all of our interventions, is that it does require an external login to the EduGuide website. So if we have a student whose challenge is to engage with school, which in our case means logging into the curriculum, adding that additional layer of another website, another username, another password, can be an additional challenge. So something that we'd like to work on for the future would be to embed the login and some prompts to direct students to go to the EduGuide website actually in the course in a more significant way, just so that it's something that naturally shows up for them at regular intervals during the course, and the login is right there. So we're working on that. This is the data from this quarter that just ended. So you can see on the left axis is the grade in the course, and along the bottom is the number of activities completed. Now, we ask students to complete 6 activities per quarter, so we have 8 to 9 weeks in a quarter, so that's about 1 activity a week, giving them a little buffer if they're a late start or they take some time getting into the course, and then leaving some time at the end for them to catch up on other assignments. So students, because they are enrolled in English courses, throughout their time with us, then they may have already completed activities. You can see I have a couple who are up to or over 20 activities, and that's because they've been in private English classes. They can complete additional activities, so they don't have to stop at 6, and a lot of them don't because they enjoy the program. But you can see there is an association with a higher grade in the course and the number of activities completed, and part of that is because they are completing an assignment for the course, but you can see, where 6 would be, a lot of students go beyond that, and they're doing better in the courses. So as we go on, as we're working with our partner and continue to employ EduGuide, we definitely want a little more robust analysis of the data for students who complete. So we want to see some persistence data where we can tell, did students, once they began to engage with the program, did that increase their overall engagement? We know that that data is in there because everything our students do online, everything our students do is online, but we just need a little help from our partner to access that data. So we're developing some reports that will give us a better ability to judge how the program is affecting, or how the program is affecting our students' academic achievement. So you can go ahead and take a look at the EduGuide program at www.eduguide.org, and there's a lot of information on that website. This is also the way that our students log in. So there's a login section for students at the main site. So what I want to do now is take us to the one of the actual activities, and then there will be some time for you to pause and respond to the discussion question. So this is exactly what students see when they are working in the system, and this activity is about the fixed versus growth mindset. As we discussed earlier, researchers have shown that your mind is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it grows. Let's think about exercise, because the way you exercise your mind matters as much as how often you exercise it. One key factor is your mindset, the attitude and beliefs that shape how you look at the world. It's common for our mindset to change based on what happens to us. When we have a bad day, it affects our mindset. The world looks gloomier and we react. But you can also be proactive. When you want to, you can choose to change your mindset and over time gain greater control over it. In the next video, try to figure out what kind of mindset the athlete has chosen despite the obstacles he faces.
At this time, I'm the only one working. I was told to quit. Coaches never noticed me. That was just my motivation, to work harder than everyone else. While you were sleeping, I've already done 150 suicides, run 3 miles. My game might not be perfect, it's a work in progress. But for every shot I make out here, it's another reason to fear me on the court. What you don't see is the hours of dedication I put in every single day of my life. What makes me is not what happens in a game, rather when no one is around. This is not a choice. This is a way of life. So just remember, when you're sleeping, I'm out here working every day to be one step ahead of everyone else.
So go ahead and pause this video. Go directly below this video to the discussion questions from my breakout and post your response to question 1, which is, what are 3 signs that he has developed a mindset that he can grow his ability no matter what? You can rewatch the video to find them if you need to. So just back up and rewatch it. Okay, now we're going to take a look at one more activity. This one is called Slow Down and Enjoy the Journey. Life goes by fast. Sometimes we need to slow down to take it all in, or we miss the best parts. Let's relax. Take 3 long, deep breaths. Feeling more at ease? Then take 3 more if you want. Then move forward. So we're going to watch another video, and then after the video, you're going to answer the question, what stood out to you in this time-lapse video by photographer Gustavo Gutierrez? Watch it again if you want, and write about whatever caught your attention, made you smile, or think. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video, and then you'll answer the second question right below. What stood out to you in this time-lapse video? Watch it again if you need to, and write about whatever caught your attention, made you smile, or think. Lastly, we'd really appreciate hearing about any of your strategies or interventions, challenges, and successes. So there are a couple of questions on our website that are just general questions. And so at any time during these breakout sessions that you um, have a minute, just feel free to share intervention strategies you're using or are aware of and how they work for you, or to ask and answer questions from other participants regarding Title I implementation requirements. Thanks a lot.